All right, Mark, heck of a night tonight. Just talk about the first touchdown in your block punt.
We scout special teams really well. I feel like all components of the game, offense, defense, special teams, we take very long times practicing, take care of business. We looked at the opponent like their scout, and we planned it all week and executed very well. Great play call. Evan threw a phenomenal ball. Great protection by the O-line up front. They did a phenomenal job today. I love being under the radar. I don't really like having a big name for myself. I've been taught by a bunch of my coaches and former teammates that have helped me this year grow as a player and teammate. And I feel like I'm working my way up there.
Starting out the season, you have that injury in the first game. Watching from the sidelines was the toughest part of your football career?
I'd say 100%. I was so excited for the season, and having opportunities slip away from me, it's obviously hard. You got to know your new role and helping the younger guys, and I think that was a great opportunity for me. And I'm just so thankful that God gave me the opportunity to get back on the field.
Your numbers or your stats are really good right now for missing all this time, but where do you feel your game is right now?
I'd say there's still a lot of things to bring back. I think I started preseason pretty sharp, and I put a lot of work in the offseason with Coach Boone and with Coach Carter. And it was really hard taking a big break off, but I think I'm slowly starting to get that form back. How about the freshman? Brody Keith. He goes up and gets it, so I know where he is 100% of the time. His routes are great. He's really good finding the ball. As soon as he ran that post and I saw that cushion, I knew 100% that was a touchdown. He was going to go up and get it. And Mark, we just have that chemistry. We've been playing since 6th grade together. We've been best friends since 3rd grade. So when I see that cushion and that lack of cushion that DB was giving, I knew 100% he was going to take the top off defense. So I just had to trust him to make the throw.
Yeah, I was telling him, he really flies under the radar with all the other names you have on offense. Not too many people talk about him, but he's really fast.
100%, yeah, he's quick.
Just talk about the mindset going in this week.
What the coaches preached all week is just effort. It sounds simple, but to be honest, that's really 100% where to go. Effort is 100% how to take week by week, and I feel like at the beginning of the season we were put in a little predicament, and I feel like everyone was kind of put their head down, and I think our team's doing a good job of just, instead of just putting our head down, but giving 100% effort, knowing this is still a season, 100%, we can't just put our heads down, but we got to go and fight.
I thought in all 3 phases we played well. Our first touchdown was special teams touchdown on the block punt. Offensively, I was real pleased. We scored with some short fields. We also sustained drives, moved the ball the length of the field and scored. And, defensively, gave up a couple big plays, but I thought we did a good job, making them go the long way to score, not giving up, big plays and getting them into third and, manageable situations. But then, the thing with the kids, I've talked about it really with them the last couple of weeks, is just jumps off on film, man. They've stuck together. They play hard. We're just like any team. We make mistakes and there's stuff that needs to be cleaned up. But this group stuck together. They, believe in what we're doing. And, they didn't get frustrated. Beginning of the season, we were struggling. I think they're, finally starting to play our best ball.
Yeah, I was talking to Evan. I know, he goes down that first game. I think he's back a few games now. But for me, first time seeing him, he looked like he was right on it. Where do you think he is right now at the level where you should be at this point of the season?
He's where he should be. He's played 3 years in the system. He knows the system inside and out, knows the run game inside and out, passing game. We had wrinkles here and there, but he knows what we're doing. I've been pleased with his progress. We saw his improvement this summer. In this spring, the kid works his tail end off. But he's where he should be, and we feel good about what he's done, and just kind of his teammates rallied around as he come back, but he's been right where he should be.
Also, Mark Arthur, who made the 2 big plays, that block punt, he had that long touchdown reception, 41 yards. I was telling him he really flies under the radar. You have a whole bunch of talented receivers and offensive players, but you don't hear his name as much as others. Just talk about the player you have in him.
He always, you're talking Sengo with, talking about some of our defensive guys. He's one of the guys on defense. He's always around the ball. He's long. He's been a 2-year varsity player for us. Started a little bit at receiver and played some defense. Yeah, he's one of the guys that goes under the radar because we're fortunate enough we got a couple outside receivers we like, so we play 3 or 4 of them and just rotate them because, again, with Mark and Jackson, they both start on defense too. Yeah, Mark's definitely, you know, one of those guys that flies under the radar, makes plays in the passing game. Like I said, I mean, blocked the punt, then we ended up recovering and scoring. Just one of those kids that kind of just makes winning plays for you. And so we got, you know, other kids like that too, but he just makes plays that wins games for you.
You know this already, I'm sure. Marvin Ridge has not beaten Weddington in Weddington since 2010. What is it going to take for you guys to beat them next week?
Without seeing the film, I mean, we know Weddington's a good football team. They're a good football program. You know, we're going to prepare the way we always would. You know, we were close last year. You know, came down to the wire here. It's close over there in the playoffs. You know, we respect their program, but you know, to me, I don't look at it as anything more than an opportunity. You know, we talked to the kids, you know, the last couple of weeks, like, hey, we had some struggles at the beginning of the season, and you know, kids stuck with it, but you know, going into game 10, you know, we're where we wanted to be. You know, took a different route to get here, but we're where we wanted to be at the end of the season with an opportunity to play, you know, last game of the regular season for at least a share of this conference championship. So, you know, we're going to have to play well to win. We know that they're a good football team, but you know, we think we can play football over here too. So should be a great opportunity, and we're looking forward to it.